Through the first two weekends, I feel like our wrestling program has had some really strong tests, and I think it's given us a great kind of indication of where we're at this point. I mean, we wrestled a top 10 team in a dual meet, against NC State. Took 4 of the 10 matches. Ended up losing that duel, but I thought we were in the fight, and it definitely exposed some things that we need to work on. Then we took 20 some guys to the Southeast Open the weekend before that. Had a lot of placers, and then we hosted our tournament this past weekend, the Mountaineer Invitational and Mountaineer Open, and we had 4 champs in both. For the total for both divisions, and I think we had 22 placers or something like that. So a lot of our guys wrestled well. It was a really tough tournament, so we got to see a lot of nationally ranked guys, and so I would say, through the first two weekends that our schedule has shown to be very, very tough. And, even some of our best guys have took some losses, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think it's good to kind of find out where we're at, the things that we need to work on, and improve in our training. And this team is, a pretty special team. And so originally when I built the schedule, I knew that we needed a schedule that was going to really test us, and I do think this schedule is doing that. We had a couple of guys that had really great performances last weekend. We had 4 champs. John Milner won the 149-pound weight class in the Mountaineer Invitational, and it had probably one of the deepest fields of any of the weight classes. It had 2 returning All-Americans, I think 4 or 5 returning national qualifiers, and he won that very convincingly, and he's looking great right now. And then we had also 3 champs in the open division: Caden Keyser, Joe Zavostowski, and Carson Floyd. All 3 won their weight classes in the open division, and so I think we're about maybe kind of where I thought we would be at this point. We're not where we want to be, but our guys are showing that they're getting better. We have made jumps in the off season, and so now it's just about sharpening our skills and our preparation, and using all of these competitions are going to be preparation for March, and that's kind of what we're using them for. And the great thing is we're already seeing areas that we know we got to tweak and we got to fix before March.
Team rankings, you can kind of take them for whatever you'd like to take them. Top 25 and some tournament kind of index stuff, and you got 5 guys getting some individual recognition. Just how do you kind of assess the respect and the level of wrestling that you guys have gotten to do on that national spotlight?
Well, I think it's a testament to the kind of work and the resume that some of our wrestlers have put together. We, like you mentioned, we have 5 guys ranked nationally. I think last week's rankings, I hadn't really looked at this week's rankings, but I think last week's rankings, I think all 5 of them were inside like the top 23 or something like that of their weight class. Obviously, John Milner is ranked 2nd in the country at 149 pounds. So I think that's good. It just kind of shows the resume our guys are putting together. But we don't put a whole lot of stock in those rankings, and our guys, know that what really matters is how we finish at the national tournament in March. I do think that it's important to note that our program's been ranked in the top 25 in the country again this year, like you mentioned in those tournament rankings, and that's a big deal. I think it shows the consistency of the culture and the consistency that we've built in this program, and I'm proud of that. But we're not satisfied with that. Our being ranked top 25 is not our goal. We want to be a top 10 team, and that's going to require doing some special things. And I think this team's very capable of doing that. We've just got to keep growing and have that growth mindset each and every week.
You said you saw some special qualities in this group. What stands out beyond just results that kind of stood out to you about this group so far?
Well, I think character. Number one is character. I mean, we have a group full of high character young men that, they don't just represent our program well on the wrestling mat, but they represent our program well out in the community. I get emails and messages all the time from random people that say they ran into one of our wrestlers out in the community and really speak highly of their interaction, and those kind of moments make me proud as a coach, because it's more than just about getting our hand raised on the wrestling mat and having a really good wrestling program. We want to be serving this campus and this community well as we do that, and I think our guys are a great testament. I think that you're not going to find a better program on this campus that embodies, kind of the core beliefs, core values than the wrestling program, and that's something I'm proud of, and it's all a testament to the young men in our program.
You got a month or so before your next duel, but you head to Philadelphia this weekend for the Keystone Classic. Can you offer a little preview of what to look for this weekend?
Yeah, it's going to be another great test. The Keystone Classic has been on the schedule ever since I've been the head coach here at Appalachian. So we've been going to Philadelphia every year, third weekend in November, and so we're doing that again this year. I think the field at the Keystone's probably tougher this year than it has been in the past. I noticed on the list of entries, you got Arizona State, top 10 team, Virginia Tech, top 10 team, University of Pennsylvania, top 25. So there's a lot of good programs up there that, once again, it's going to be just like this past weekend. Our guys are going to get tested. We're going to see a lot of nationally ranked guys, and, it's going to be a lot of great opportunities for us. So I think it's going to help us kind of, one more time have a good opportunity to beat some nationally ranked guys and, kind of put ourselves in a position moving towards second semester where we're battle tested and ready to go.
You talked about that schedule, and you mentioned Virginia Tech. Mountaineer Invitation was the first home event of the year, but coming up in the next couple months, you got a lot of attractive home opponents coming. Can you just give a little bit of an idea of what fans can expect? It's pretty attractive home schedule.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's one of the things that I think has really grown our fan base is the wrestling fans in this community know that they're going to get to see us go against nationally ranked P5 opponents in Varsity Gym each and every year. And so I think that's what's really kind of built our fan base. This year we've got a lot of great home contests coming. I mean, Virginia Tech, like you mentioned, this will be the first time we've wrestled them in a duel in quite some time, but they're coming to Varsity Gym in January. Binghamton, which is a really good non-Power 5 program from upstate New York, they're going to be coming to wrestle us right after the new year. We wrestled Duke at home, another ACC opponent, and then we finish with a couple of really key Southern Conference rivalries with Chattanooga and Campbell, both being at home. So this is a great year to be a season ticket holder. You're going to get a lot of great action in Varsity Gym, and we're excited to see our fans come out when we start our dual meet slate, which I think is December 20th, which is our first home dual meet.
Just last one for me, the signing day has come, and I think there may be, at this point, 5 signees in this class. If you can kind of go as much detail as you want, maybe a bigger picture analysis of what this group looks like for you.
Well, I don't know if I'll speak individually about any one of them, but I am really, really excited about this class. We landed a couple of really important in-state wrestlers that I think are big for our program. We speak all the time about how important North Carolina natives are to this program, and it always will be as long as I'm the head coach here. We landed a really, really good couple of in-state products that I think are going to be an impact for us, like really, really soon. And then, the other focuses were on kind of weight classes that we need depth. We got a little bit of depth at 125 coming in, and then up top, which has kind of been the area where we've been a little bit thin at the last couple of years. We signed several key big guys that are going to hopefully provide us that depth so we can start growing those upper weights and get the kind of depth and competitiveness that we're looking for.